there are a lot of stories circulating literally anything on Earth. I'm pretty sure that for Justin Bieber, somebody's saying, oh, Justin Bieber's an alien. Well, listen, those are all stories. And what are stories? Stories. Not all of them are true. Hence, not all of them are true. Which means that some of them are correct. But Justin Bieber is not an alien. He's more of a beaver than an alien. Anyways, now Yunque has a lot of myths and stories surrounding it. And not a lot of them are actually false. Just kidding, literally like everything that you've heard about is false. Because, stories always need to be debunked. And as Mark Twain famously quoted, a lie can travel halfway around the globe while the truth is still tying its shoes. Yeah, Mark Twain never said that, proving his cause that he never ever said. So whoever made it is actually a little bit smarter than Mark Twain that he said that. So, anyways, let's continue. Now, the first story from Yunque is something about geological formation. So, when you look up at Yunque Peak, you'll see that it is blocked by the clouds. Now, some people believe that Yunque Peak is just a big flat plateau. And I would like to say, pretty reasonable, but clouds, you don't have supervision, so you can't see inside the clouds. If you ever seen literally any footage of Yunque Peak, you can clearly see that Yunque Peak is a giant triangle with a tiny amount of flat surface at the top. So, no, it is not a flat formation. Another story would be, if it's tall and triangular, but a tiny flat surface, and it's a mountain, and this island was created by a volcano, Yunque Peak is a volcano. And yes, it is a pretty reasonable answer, but still, no, Yunque Peak is not a volcano. If it was a volcano, then Tower Yunque would not even be a thing because it would probably be melting in the hot lava. It's not Yellowstone, everyone. It's a tropical rainforest in the middle of Puerto Rico. Woo! Anyways, continue. Now, here let's get into the weirdest stories of all time when it comes to Yunque. The first one would probably be, how people think that Justin Bieber is an alien? Well, some people believe that aliens have a base up on Yunque Peak. And I would be like, I would like to see the information that you have concerning aliens on top of Yunque National Rainforest, because that doesn't make sense. I mean, they won't even be able to breathe here. Also, on the top of Yunque, we've never seen anything. And also, all these sightings, it's pretty dumb, because, if you look at the sightings, the videos of the sightings, you can see, that looks a bit like 19th century CGI for some reason. Hold up, is it edited? Oh, yep, it's edited. 19th century CGI. And yes, that is true. Most of those sightings would probably be just somebody editing it, CGI, and boom, this is a sighting not edited. Copy, delete. Good, not edited. But then there's another thing called sightings where there are no editing. For example, if somebody's hiking, when they see something strange, well, all of these are probably not aliens. They're probably another hiker, a ranger station, or maybe a strange geological formation that has absolutely no idea to do with extraterrestrial life, okay? So here we can debunk this to be a false story. Literally all of these are false now. Now, the next one would be the Chickakabra. Now, the Chickakabra is a pretty well-known story. Now, you probably have heard of those weird alien-ish creatures, maybe the Jersey Devil-like creature, flying around, killing people, drinking blood from goats and that stuff. Yes, that is an extremely popular tale. And actually, the first Chickakabra sighting was it in Puerto Rico, El Yunque, Rio Grande. But still, is there like anything else that drinks blood here? No? Do farmers have knives? They do? So they could have just stuck needles through their dead goats and took out the blood and chucked it in a bathtub and said, "Oh, hey, look, Chickakabra eating goat." Oh, okay, the Chickakabra, it is a wonderful story to see. There is this one video on YouTube of the Chickakabra in the desert. Wait, there's desert here going. But if you look closer at it, just like with the alien sightings in El Yunque, you will see that this looks a bit like 13th century CGI. And then when you look closer, yes, it is 13th century CGI. And that's why it's so terrible quality, okay? That, combined with the fact that there is no actual proof of them in El Yunque or in the entire world, I'm sure that's safe to say that no, Chickakabra is not a thing. It's wonderful to think about, but I'm sorry, it's not a thing. And it's probably for the good of the people, because I don't like when I wake up in the middle of the night because I just had a nightmare about a Chickakabra sucking my blood out of 2 holes in my neck. Okay, let's get on to the things that might be true. Okay, number 1. Tower Mount Breton was used as a military base. Why would people think that? It's in the middle of a forest. Why would it be used as a military base, okay? It's a tiny stone fortress with little peek holes so that you can see outside. And it is not big enough to hold a cannon or guns or ammunition. I mean, the stairs are so steep that you won't even be able to pull up a single machine gun. And people still believe this? Maybe it's because of the misconception that anything that's made out of stone and has those things that are used to shoot out of it is obviously used for military purposes. And that's not true. If you look at it, by the time that they were built, all the towers, by the time that they were built, probably around the 1930s and 1950s, they were all created at the time where stone fortresses were obsolete, okay? So why would they build it? It's an observation tower. If it wasn't an observation tower, then there would be barbed wire fences all over it and a sign that says, "Warning, military use only." So, no, it wasn't used during medieval times because it wasn't even built during medieval times. There weren't the ancient people who lived here did not build it. It was built in the 1930s. And it was not used as a military base. Got it? Okay, let's see. Number 2. Okay, so this one has something to do with the animals that live here concerning the goki frog. Now, all gokis say goki. Well, it's not like saying that all sharks murder people because, not all sharks do. There are only 2 species out of the 17 species of goki here that actually says goki. Like the Argentinian goki makes a more of a kee noise and all of that. And literally, the ones that you hear outside are only either the red-eyed or the common goki, okay? All the other things that you're probably gonna hear are either the bugs or another species of goki. I don't understand why people keep on getting this wrong. Wait, what up? Goki? Oh yeah, probably because it's called goki and we know that they sometimes make the goki noise. Fun fact about the goki attracts the ki attracts females, and the go shoos away the males. And boom! That's a bunch of misconceptions about El Yunque proven wrong, debunked. So go here without the thought that you're gonna be abducted by aliens, 'cause you're not. And I have experience with not being abducted. But watch out for the mongoose link in the end of the video.